What up YouTube, Topaz Yates back for another mixtape review, and this one is to Brim Game 2, as this is a compilation of some solid New York MCs, including Renegade, Revolver, Mayhem, Y.O., Flip Brim, Interstate Lee, Baller Low, 718 Shy, Mr. Bright, No Filler, Von Ra, Bantu, Suave, Hello to L.O., Gunna, and Crisis Corleone. If I mispronunciated your name or just said it all the way wrong, forgive your boy. Now, overall on this project, I will say that you guys are showcasing that you do have something to offer. There is some quality music within here, but yet none of you really have matured all the way to deliver that yet.
Money, 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 let's talk about it, yes or no. Niggas talking that bullshit, little bro got it if you ain't know. Niggas heard he got a couple pounds, so we run it down, he like how I know. His main bitch gave the drop up for the breach, nigga, that's just how I go. Money, 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 let's talk about it, yes or no. Niggas talking that bullshit, little bro got it if you ain't know. Niggas heard he got a couple pounds, so we run it down, he like how I know. His main bitch gave the drop up for the breach, nigga, that's just how I go. I'm chasing the bag, don't call me a cab, the Bentley outside with the doors up. Nigga, I'm bullying the trunk with a roof, is the bitches get hyped so they call us. Niggas be hating, I move through the city with a blick and a vest on the tour bus. Like why is you on me? Niggas be talking too much, niggas informing.
Now what do I mean by that? Like, when you listen to this music, you realize you guys are more doing of what's in existence, of what people want you to do, instead of breaking the mold and being who you want to be. And I'm going to play some music in order to showcase this point. Like, take this for example.
I like the sound of that.
Why are you guys using the Benny the Butcher ad-lib? The reason being is because, they're hot. And this is actually one of the better songs that's off of this project. So you're trying to give that kind of essence, but there's already Benny the Butcher and Griselda that they've been pushing music constantly. Here's the thing that nobody tells you. Nobody knows what they want to listen to until it happens. Until they hear it like, oh, that's dope. You feel me? Like, before Benny the Butcher, everybody was on whatever was before Benny the Butcher, but then Benny the Butcher came out and it was hot, like, oh, now we want to hear that. But not necessarily. If you come up with something new and dope, people will go along with it. You do not have to follow the trends, like say Onya. Baby, I'm trying to get close to you. Move your body. Right here, where you're using the whole Afrobeat, Afro-Caribbean music that has become a staple of the music industry, and I understand why, but there's so much of it going on that you will not stand out at all, no matter how well you do it.
I'm a hustler, and you know this.
This song right here, that I'm a Hustler, it kind of feels like some 50 Cent music now, doesn't it?
I've been trapping, I've been doing a lot. Been chasing the bag, put up for the bell, and Brody get knocked.
Now we got a couple songs here that do a lot, and 30 shots, where that just feels like what Pop Smoke was doing.
Yo. Hey yo, we started out grinding, moving this and moving that. Now my niggas stay fly, Gucci this and Louis that. We on the grind and you know that shit. Even my grandmama know that shit. I keep it.
Now that was You Know That, where it feels like something Jim Jones would do, but it's hot though. Like, that's one that I definitely would consider keeping. Now, how else I feel as though you guys haven't fully matured yet is because you're still using instrumental tracks, which is cool. Like, instrumental tracks are good for practice. But unless you're flipping up these instrumentals all the way, like say Jojo Pellegrino did that Where I'm From like a long time ago, if you're not flipping up the music on that level to make it 10 times better, not only the production, but actually having the balls and the flow and the delivery and everything to make it 10 times better, then it becomes more of a waste of these quality balls that's getting spit here. As you guys have used 3 of them on this particular project, that Waves did Presidents and Light It Up, as there are moments that I'm going to delve into a little bit later. Ultimately, I think a bunch of these verses would have been used a lot better in unique types of productions to actually try to craft a quality song. And the next reason why I feel as though you guys haven't fully matured is because you got a bunch of like bad mixes on this with the songs Flood the Gates and Word of Wisdom. And I mean, let me keep it 100 with you. I understand it's costly to do mixing and mastering and recording it in the right studios to get the optimum sound. I understand that. I will say your top 3 to 5 songs off of these kinds of projects that you kind of want to push and promote to make these things bigger than what they should be, you should go ahead and spend the money to go ahead and get those songs right. The rest of the songs can really rock, but it's the songs Flood the Gates and Words of Wisdom where you hear the mixing is just not done as well as a bunch of the other songs, 1, and 2, the artist that's within their delivery isn't very strong to begin with, so they begin to get muddled in with the muddled mixing and all of that, man. It comes off pretty bad. Now, what showcases your actual potential the most, I feel, would be the bars that spit throughout this project, like this scattered within in a bunch of different areas. And I'm gonna go ahead and play some of it.
But never better the champions. My resume is certified like letters and stamps to be the best.
For those of you who didn't catch that, what he said is my resume is certified like letters and stamps.
Life beat you with a bad knife and leave your corpse across the street like yellow lines and traffic lights.
That one he said, I leave your corpse across the street like yellow lines and traffic lights.
Last hope you tasting the flavor because the flow was like bukkake on the faces of haters.
Said flow is like bukkake on the face of all the haters. Like, oh, like that was dope. But if you don't know what that means, I would go into ghost mode before you Google it.
This is God's gift, perfection, a foolish style. Coming for the crown like I'm finishing a root canal.
Just said coming for the crown like I'm going for a root canal.
State ain't taking right out like a moon clouds. I kept a blade in my hat like Kung Lao. Pass the pot.
That one he said, keep a blade on my hat like Kung Lao. Like, alright, these is fireballs. I'm not even going to deny it. Now, did they equate to fire songs? Not necessarily, but they did add substance that you guys can become more consistent with in years to come, the more practice that you put into it. Now, my favorite songs off this project happen to be Talk About It, where there was no actual concept there, it was more just street talking. The second one was Remember the Name, where this was you guys having complaints on the industry. I actually like that, even though you guys are rapping about rapping. Like, that's one thing that I try to give people away because there's so much about life to be talking about. But that one happens to be kind of solid, and you guys should rap more with actual topics in mind instead of just spitting like the rest of these songs that I actually enjoyed were, which was that 2-time 1 Gang where y'all was just spitting, representing your team, and then that You Know That was just a fire song that was super catchy. Overall, I will say this was enjoyable, but yet it was just like the first step in what could be long careers where you guys definitely will have to adapt, where you guys will have to become better lyricists, better songwriters, better overall artists. You dig? Like, there's a long path ahead of you from this project. But this is only the end of part 1 because we're going to go into Brim Game 3.